Hello, friends. Today's topic is multiple baby fathers. Let's rant.
Can I tell you guys something that I can't stop thinking about? So I was a teen mom, right? I was 15 when I had my son. So I became a single mom. Then I thought I found my forever and ended up having 2 kids, and it didn't work out. So single mom again. And I vividly remember thinking about women who had multiple baby fathers. Like, I would think, well, how can you make the same mistake like twice? I'm talking about like my 14-year-old brain. Like when I was a child, before I became a mother at 15. Yeah, I would heavily think like, how can you make the same mistake more than once? I remember like fully putting the blame on the woman and thinking there must be something wrong with her. Like, how could she make the same mistake more than once? And I really feel like God in the universe was like, you about to see why. So anyway, again, I was 14 when I thought like that. When I was 20, probably at 24, I realized that, my relationship was ending. I was going to end up a single mom again. I realized, yeah, there is something wrong with those women who have multiple baby fathers, like who make the mistake of who they have a child with more than once. There is something wrong with them, let me tell you. It's unhealed trauma. Yeah. See, what I realized is that those women, and I became one of those women, actually have a lot of trauma. They don't know how to properly look for love. They don't know how to properly set boundaries and end up in relationships that are no bueno, no good for them. They're also easily manipulated. So yeah, they have multiple baby fathers. So it's just crazy and surreal, and I really can't stop thinking about it, how back then when I was 14, I would think to myself, there's something wrong with those women. Like, they must be like crazy. Maybe they're cheaters. Maybe they're the worst. I don't know. I was 14. And then in my mid-20s, I started to realize, hey, yeah, there's something is wrong with that woman, but it's not that she's a cuckoo head. I think she has trauma. How do I know this again? Because I am her. I am she. I became the silly woman that I used to think about. God and the universe really said, checkmate.
Why am I so tired of seeing women that got multiple kids have to explain whether their kids got the same dad or not? They don't have this expectation for any other group of women other than black women. Why are we held to such high regard? I went to a predominantly white school, and I know for a fact that all of the Brooklyns, the Caitlins, the Mollys, the Alicias, the Camilles, they all got multiple baby daddies too. Why ain't y'all going up into them and asking them, how many baby daddies you got? Why is it always just us? I mean, not that we care or nothing. Because the way I nurture and build my family ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. I can tell you I got 15 kids and they can have 15 different baby daddies and I'ma still feel proud of myself. I don't know what's the problem with y'all asking all these questions. The more questions you ask about my family, the less time you spend with yours. It's something to think about. I'm just saying. One thing a black bitch gonna do is have her kids and build her family. Even if she had to build that nigga too. Fuck you mean?
Okay, so yesterday I made a video, and I was talking about this woman who came forward and said that being a baby mama is ghetto and embarrassing. So either you like don't have kids or have kids like within a marriage. So I've seen a lot of different comments on the video. Y'all can go back and watch it, where somebody was like, even if you're married, you can, get divorced and still be a baby mama. And some people said that, being a baby mama is ghetto and embarrassing, especially if you got multiple baby daddies. Okay. I'm going to speak on the multiple baby daddies part. Again, I don't have kids. I'm just asking questions. What is so wrong with a woman having multiple baby daddies? Okay, but let's just say maybe 1 or 2 baby daddies. Because 3, 4, and 5, okay, that's excessive. You shouldn't even have that many kids. Relax. But to me, I feel like if you're in a situation, a kid comes out of it, the situation no longer serves you purpose, I feel like you should leave. Try it again, heal, try to find love again. And if a kid come out of that situation, okay. I don't believe in staying with a man just so you can have, one baby daddy, one this and that, honey. I don't know. I don't agree with it. Maybe if you have one baby daddy, have your kids with him and don't have no more baby daddies, okay. Okay, but I'm not suggesting ever that you stay in a situation just so you can avoid multiple baby daddies. I can understand how that looks, and I'm telling y'all, if I was in a situation, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't. And I'm happy I'm not in the situation, but I would, if I was outside like that, I would probably be one with more than one baby daddy. Because after something don't serve me purpose, honey, I'm out of there. Done. Do you understand me? So I support you moving on, finding something better, finding whatever. That I support. So I just want to know what's really tea about having multiple baby daddies, at least 2, not 3, but tell me what y'all really, really, really think about that, because I support moving right along.
Y'all, it's too many baby mamas and not enough wives. It's too many. I'm getting ready to take a nap. It's too many baby daddies and not enough wives. This is all. Listen, I was raised with my mother and my father in a very healthy, loving environment, right? I got to experience sitting at the dinner table, eating with my family, doing Bible verses, prayer. I got to experience seeing my father love on my mother. There's no perfect family, of course. However, it was healthy. My mother and my father were in the home with us, with their children, and we got to experience that. It's nothing like it. It made me who I am today. My confidence, my drive, my ability, everything about me is because I was raised in a home with my parents. I know that's not going to be the case for everybody, and that's not the point. We can talk about all that later. This is what I'm saying. If you are intentionally and consistently creating broken homes, it needs to stop. It needs to stop. Because you are doing your children a disservice. You're doing them a huge disservice, and it's selfish, right? No judgment, just saying what it is. The reality is sometimes, you got to hold people accountable. We're not judging, but the accountability is definitely something that needs to be taken into consideration, right? We are our brothers and our sisters' keeper. So I just need to say that. That's all I'm saying about that. Y'all know what I'm talking, you know what I mean? Let's do better. Let's do better. I love you all. Peace.
Anything wrong with this picture? Comment down below.
I'm just here to talk about this real quick. You guys be getting way too out of hand with the whole 2 baby dads topic. I honestly like to say that I only have 1 baby father. Because honestly, that's what it gives, right? And me personally, myself, when my daughter grows up or when she's a little bit more coherent. Because, kids, eventually she's going to see her siblings calling my man dad and stuff like that. And then she's going to wonder, why can I call him dad? And honestly, that choice is up to her. Whenever she wants to call him dad, she can call him dad. If she wants to call him what she calls him now, then she can continue to call him dad. Nobody's forcing her to do nothing. So if she calls him dad, it will come out of her. Personally, myself, I do teach my daughter that there is a dad and there is a father, right? So a father is a provider, a protector, loves you, he cares for you. Somebody that's actually putting in the time, money, and effort to be there to raise you. A teacher, etc., right? A dad, you just came out of his sack. He's just there. He misses birthday parties. He doesn't raise you. He doesn't send any money. He's just there. I will be teaching her that there is a difference between a dad and a father. I heard somebody talking about this a few months ago, and I never agreed so hard. She broke it down even better, but I never agreed so hard with something in my life. Let me tell you something. I'm so happy that I left my ex and found the person that I'm actually supposed to be with, instead of staying in a situationship where I knew I was getting cheated on and I was going to continue to get cheated on for the rest of my life if I didn't change. So I chose to have self-discipline and I chose to leave. I don't give a fuck about working my little family out. I choose peace of mind first. And I found the man of my dreams. What's so bad about that? Once you have 1 baby daddy, you're just not allowed to ever fall in love again or find your right person. Y'all be bogus.
If you got too many baby daddies, you doing something wrong. After the first and second, third child, and the dad ain't doing nothing for him, you need to stop. Close them legs. What are you doing? You putting yourself in debt. Then when you get in debt, you want to scream child support. He a deadbeat. He don't take care of your kid. You should have known that after the third child, after the third man. A man can't do nothing if you don't allow it. You allow these men to sleep with you unprotected, knowing you gonna get pregnant. I know you learned this in school. It only take one time to get pregnant. You act like you lost. Now you want to cry, trying to get on welfare, trying to get all these food stamps. You know what I'm saying? Keep your legs closed. You gotta have common sense. Don't get mad at me. The truth hurt. You let that man do what he want to do to your body, and then when you want him to take care of them kids, he ain't there. You gotta learn your lesson. I'm gonna tell you, I'm just saying now.
I want to talk about women with multiple baby fathers, okay? Multiple baby daddies. Let's be very clear. There are two types of women who have multiple baby fathers, and I'll explain it in this video. The first type of woman that has multiple baby fathers, she's the empath. She has codependency issues that she has not addressed in her life, things that she learned in her childhood. More than likely, she doesn't really value herself, or no one taught her how to growing up. Therefore, she seeks the love and validation in her romantic relationships. And what happens is she could even get married. Once she gets divorced, she's trying to give men the benefit of the doubt. She doesn't want to think that all men will do her dirty the same way that her ex-boyfriend or ex-husband or baby daddy did her. So she's willing to give men another chance. So she ends up repeating the behavior with a new man. He gets her pregnant and does the same thing that the previous baby daddy did. So now she has multiple baby fathers, not because she's toxic. She may have toxic ways about her, but she's genuinely a good person. She's a loving person, but she's seeking love the wrong way. She should be loving on herself and not seeking it from these men who are leaving her to be single mother. And by the way, this type of woman loves her children inside and out. She's a nurturer. She's an empath. And despite what happens with these men, she'll never take it out on her children. She lives to everything is about her children. She's a good mother, okay? That's the first type of woman. She's codependent, and she has yet to address her codependency issues, which is why she keeps getting pregnant by different men. The second type of woman is the female narcissist. This is the woman who goes around getting pregnant by multiple baby fathers, and she punishes her children for it. She treats her children like pawns. She can get pregnant, dump her baby off on a family member, and run the streets again with a new man, forgetting about her child. She treats her children like trash. Do you understand me? If a man, particularly a boyfriend, fiance, whoever this man is to her, if he molests her daughter, she will kick her daughter out to the streets and stay with the man. She is a pick-me. She is emotionally disconnected from her children. She resents her children because she has to take care of them and be responsible for them. She will blame her children for her poor choices in choosing the wrong men. She's jealous of her daughter, by the way, and will gossip and try to destroy her daughter and tear her. She'll treat her daughter like a side chick that's trying to fuck her man. So learn the difference. Know the difference with a woman who has multiple baby fathers. There's two types out here. One that generally loves being a mother and good to her children and made some bad choices. And the other is just a toxic, evil.
Having multiple baby daddies seems like a big issue these days. Can't stick with just one person? Is it that hard? Tell me what you think in the comment below, and thank you for watching until next time.